So what you're going to do in extensions is you're going to select your devices and carriers. So it should be defaulted to just say all devices, but definitely check. Make sure that you've got whatever devices you want to target. You can just say all mobile devices. Or if you were selling something specifically, for an Android app, you could just click Android or just click iPhone or iPod. And then if you had a preference on carriers, you can make your selection there. So it's just a very quick setup. You're going to enable, yeah?
Can you bid up? Can you bid based on device?
No, but we're going to talk about that. There's a little bit different strategy. Then the other thing you're going to enable within that same settings, campaign settings tab is the click to call feature. Has anybody heard about this? Yeah, it's really great. Very, very simple. All you have to do is make sure your mobile devices are enabled, and then click the box and say, yes, I want click to call, put your phone number in there, and you're done. You don't have to write separate ads. So when I do a query for my client where we've enabled this on my Droid, I see her full piece, the full regular text ad with her phone number, her toll-free phone number, and all I have to do is click it and it automatically calls her store. So it's pretty cool. Do you have a question? Okay. If you're getting into the WAP phones, it's a little bit trickier. You want to make sure that your website views okay in the little tiny screen. If it does, then you go to your campaign settings tab, and actually this is actually creating an ad. So we've enabled the settings, now we're creating the ad. We want to link it to use her existing mobile page. We put the URL in there. We indicate what markup language it's written in. The ad is very, very basic. You've got about 20 characters of a headline and 18, I think, of body text. It varies depending upon who you're targeting. Put the phone number in, and that's it. Google recommends, and I would highly recommend this too, you want to have specific campaigns and ad groups for your mobile, because it's just going to be easier for you to report and evaluate the performance. You're just going to have different metrics. Google says if you're bidding, if you have one keyword and you're bidding on that keyword for both mobile and regular search, your CPCs are going to be a little bit different. Plus, what's really important is they're only going to present the first one or two ads. So you're going to have a different bidding strategy to make sure that you're staying above the fold, otherwise you kind of wasted your time. So different devices, different ads. Pretty simple. If you've got the Droid or the iPhone, you're going to see the full text ad with the click to call. If you've developed an image ad, that will be displayed on the content network. So it's no different than a PC, really, with the exception of the click to call feature. There are all these programmers developing downloadable apps for iPhones and Androids. They are now opting into Google's advertising network and presenting your ads right on their app. And that's going to be, you're going to see that in your report too. So if you're going for the WAP audience, you're going to create the specific ads. You're going to opt in for the content network for image ads, and create those specific campaigns. What's the best? I go the easy route, make sure everything's enabled for smartphone, and then take it client by client from there. And I think for, realistically for the little phones, I think it's really powerful if you're speaking to a local audience. If you're a pizza shop, or you're a dry cleaner, or you're somebody's looking for something they want to drive to, that's what it's going to be really effective. What we're experiencing, I don't have quite as much experience with the mobile as I do with the ad extensions, but we are seeing the higher click-through rates. You can run an ad report just on your mobile ads, so you can compare. We're seeing a 3.5% click-through rate on mobile versus 1.7%. She's in a very competitive space, very niche-y. Her click-through rates are pretty low, so it was decidedly an improvement on mobile. And for her brand campaign, we're seeing a really high click-through rate and a lower CPC. What else? CPM pricing is coming soon. Oh, and if image ads out on your mobile, you won't see that performance in your reports yet. Google hasn't enabled that. And the last thing I want to say is, if you are doing the data feed, Google just developed a relationship with Bazaar Voice, and they're developing a couple of more for the review, like BizRate and some of those review sites. So if you opt into that, you can have your product reviews show up in your data feed as well. And I think that's going to be pretty big. And what really gets me excited is video extensions. I was searching Droid, and I saw this really cool ad. And if you click on the plus box, a video starts to play. So I think that's really awesome. And that currently is in beta. It's only available, to the really big players right now. Hopefully, will be, everybody can play soon. Hopefully. And I believe that is everything. Oh, here's how you stay current. If you can just miss things. If you don't pay attention for 2 days, you can miss stuff with Google. And if you log in, it's like, what is this? This wasn't here the last time I logged in. So I have 3 browsers. I open an IE, a Firefox, and a Chrome browser every morning. And I have, these sites come up just so I can see if I missed anything. And the other really great newsletters to subscribe to is Search Engine Land. They have a daily search cap, and they send you one newsletter that's called This Day in Search. And you can just scroll through, and whether you're SEO, PPC, whatever, mobile, Facebook, Twitter, they just tell you all the relevant stuff and all the stuff that's happening with Google. And we didn't say anything about Bing and Yahoo. Basically, while they're trying to figure out their dating relationship, Google is just flying right past them. So, you can do mobile and MSN. Nothing else, though. Any questions before Matt comes on? Yeah.
On the video ad, where's that video file hosted?
I don't know yet.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube. I don't know how it's going to be enabled because it's in beta. They've only enabled, only certain big players.
Why don't we hold questions so we
Yeah,
can
okay.
do them all together?
Okay, so that's all the tactical stuff. Now you're going to have the really brilliant mind to come up and talk about really esoteric ad testing. So may I introduce Matt Van Wagner from
Oh.